Good evening, everyone. It's Wednesday, 9 p.m. I hope you guys can hear me well because I have a mic on. If you can't hear me, please let me know. I'm trying something new here, trying to improve the audio of our live lessons. Hi, Leila. Hi, Championzeira. Hi. You guys, we have a very special class tonight. Good evening. We have something really cool, which is, as you can see in the title here, how to master modal verbs in professional situations in, the workplace, and how to start using that immediately. As I was preparing the class, which you guys voted for, I uploaded like a little poll on stories. Hey MC, my partner, who will not be with me here, dividing the screen with me, splitting it into the middle, into two, but you are there with me as usual, right? So as I was saying, guys, tonight's class is all about modal verbs because you guys voted for it. There was a poll on stories and it won like 75-25%, something like that. And so here we are. As I was preparing the class, I thought of the most practical overview that we could have of the main modal verbs, which means the modal verbs that are going to be essential to change your English and to take your English where your success is. This is our goal here at Fluent for Real, which is taking your English from that uncomfortable zone, insufficient for work, to the English that is going to open doors for you and is going to take you wherever you want to go professionally. So I thought, well, I'm going to give them the juice. I'm going to give them the best, the essential, the most important modal verbs that they could use and start using in a way that they could start using those tomorrow. You guys can start already associating and using all of this tomorrow if you want. So it's 100% like practical, down to earth, useful in terms of grammar. So it's not that grammar that you're never going to use, that grammar that I don't know, just comes from the book and stays in the book, nothing like that. So today we're going to focus on that, as I said, all right? And let's see here. We're going to complete the cycle of learning that I'm always talking about here at Fluent for Real. So I'm always talking about how you guys need to understand that the process of learning revolves around basically 3 abilities and 3 steps. You need to get input, you need to get practice, and you need to get feedback. You need to learn, study, receive that information, process that information, put it out some way, somehow, and then get feedback, like, am I doing it right? Am I doing it wrong? So we are going to do that today, all right? We're going to go full circle by, I'm going to give you the input, and then we're going to practice together, and I'm going to also give you some answers. As we practice, I'll give you the answers so you can correct yourself and see if it's right or wrong. But beyond that, guys, I wanted to remind you of a concept that is also very strong here for us at Fluent for Real, which is the concept of awareness. When you guys are aware of your English, of your mistakes, of what you need to improve, that counts 10 times more than me telling you what you need to change, what you need to improve. Because when you hear yourself and when you realize the mistake, you change it. The probability of changing it is much higher. It's kind of like a little more traumatic for you in a certain way, and what is traumatic usually sticks. So I really strongly recommend that you guys watch this class. I know you probably have your phone right now, right? Probably, 100% sure you have your phone right now. So maybe you don't have a way of recording yourself, but maybe you could do that later, like watch the class again, record, or maybe find a way to record yourself and then listen to yourself afterwards to see how you did. So that's a tip that I have. Self-awareness is the best. It changes your English when you know what you're doing right, when you know what you're doing wrong. So, getting started then, you guys are going to practice your listening a lot tonight. All right? I reduced the amount of images for this class because I really wanted us to work on listening and speaking, not so much, just reading, or not that much of not that much of passive input. I wanted input, but I wanted more practice. So we're not going to have a lot of images today, just a couple to give you some help. So let's get started here. We have our input part of the class. Before we get to that, I just wanted to say Merry Christmas to all of you and a Happy New Year. I wanted to wish all the best to you guys and your families. Stay safe. I really hope that everyone is safe and healthy and that carries on throughout the year of 2021. All right? Merry Christmas to everyone. So let's start our input, the moment where we see and we learn about the modals, okay? First of all, forget translation. If you are still stuck or you are still relying on that translation, oh, deve, tem que, whatever, forget that. One modal has many ideas, and one idea has many modals. So that math in your mind, in your brain, is so much harder to do when you have to think of Portuguese than just thinking in English. Link with concepts, not with Portuguese. Link with key concepts, key words in English, not with the Portuguese, all right? Forget translation. Let me give you an example, like should and must are usually used for things that need to be done. Should and must. Necessities and obligations. And repeat after me, okay? I'm gonna read the sentence and you at home washing the dishes or sitting and watching me or, on the sofa, repeat with me. Let's practice our speaking, all right? Okay, let's go then. Customer service should reply within 2 hours. I hear you, go. Customer service must reply within 2 hours. Okay. Well, what's the difference between should and must? The degree of formality or, seriousness. Like, I really mean it. Must. It's really strong. And should is more like a recommendation, not so much. Okay, MC, practice there. You guys also follow MC's lead, okay? Practice, speak. You will not learn how to speak English without speaking, so this is a great exercise for you. So should and must revolve around that idea of necessity and obligation, but one is stronger than the other. And usually also must is used for formal obligations, like documents. It's more formal like that. Next one, like can and could, they talk about possibility. These are just examples, okay? Repeat after me. We can accomplish more if we invest more. We could accomplish more if we invested more. Repeat. So these are two verbs, can and could, that express possibility. So the idea of possibility is not exclusive to one of them. One more example. Probability, expectation. We can use might for probability, may for probability, and should too, if we are thinking about things that can happen because they are expected to happen. For example, it might work. Is the mic working? Am I hitting the mic? Okay. It might work. It should work. I expect it to work. It should work. Repeat after me. It should work. It might work. So see guys, no translation, okay? Translation will never help you get where you want to get with your English. Now, if the meaning of these verbs is still blurry to you, if you still don't know exactly what they mean, let me know in the comments and I can give a quick explanation about each one of them, all right? I am assuming that this is like you guys are confused about the differences, you kind of know, but you want to know how to use them. So I went more practical, less theoretical, but I can change along the way, right? There is a question here for me. Okay, no. There is, I think someone accidentally hit the button of asking to join. Yes. Oh, MC, okay, you're practicing. Okay, good. And guys, let me know, is the quality of the sound better with the mic? Is it really working? Because it's supposed to be way better. This mic is awesome. It's like really cool. I feel like Fátima Bernardes or something. Okay, spoiler alert. We are going to use something, a technique that we call the trade technique at Fluent for Rio in our method and in our course. The trade technique is going to be used in the practice part, all right? We're gonna leave the old behind, leave the easy behind, leave the comfortable behind, and elevate our English, expand our English. We wanna elevate. The ACE method, the E in ACE method stands for elevate. It's one of the steps in our, in our methodology, in the way that we work. And what I'm about to tell you is not wrong. We are not going to substitute something because it's wrong. We're going to substitute something because it's not enough. Remember this. I'm not saying you can't use need to or have to. I'm saying give yourself options. Life, the better your life is, the more options you have. Options of leisure, options of work. If you have a job today and you know that you could work in another place, in another way, because you are experienced and you trust yourself and you're confident. So having options is amazing. That's what really makes the difference between someone who speaks ABC English, like, okay, I can handle it, and someone who actually speaks elevated English for work, etc. Okay, so it's not wrong, okay? It's just not enough. We want more. So in terms of awareness, as I said, okay, I'm going to present to you guys some comfortable phrases and words. I want you to listen to them and see, do I see myself speaking like this? Do I use these structures and ways to express these ideas? Do I go beyond them or do I stay there? I want you guys to ask your question. Ask yourselves this question, okay? Because there is a difference. The English that we speak when we travel, the English that we use to make foreign friends, the English that we use to go shopping abroad is not the same English that we use at work, in the workplace, in professional situations. The demand is different. And MC, please shout out if I'm saying anything that is different from your reality there working in Canada. The conversation is more complex, the expectation is higher, the problems are there to be solved, time is running out, always running out, and it's easy to see that if you consider Portuguese. In Portuguese, when you go to the beach and you buy beer at the beach, is it the same Portuguese? Do you use the same Portuguese there as you do when you are at work? Do you use the same Portuguese shopping? Now everyone is like going Christmas shopping. When you go to the shopping mall, is it the same Portuguese that you need when you are at a meeting? If you have never thought about it, maybe now it's time for you to start analyzing that. You know what? I just say, I need this. Do you have that? How much is it? And that's not the English you need. You need to work, to grow professionally, to take your English where all your other skills are. Your professional skills are here. Your English is here. So I want you to have great English, as great as your other skills, okay? So you realize that when you stop to listen, next time you go shopping, take a listen. And the English that we teach here is the one that you guys need for work, as I said, okay? So turn on that little alarm in your head and follow me. Turn on all the little buttons in your head and follow me. Okay, so the universal structure of modal verbs. I love to give you guys rules that never change, that are like, there are no exceptions. It's like, yay, so I mean, yeah, I'm not saying that there aren't exceptions in terms of ideas and what you can use in the affirmative, what you can use in the negative. Oh, this changes in the negative. The idea is the same only in the affirmative. All right, but what I mean is, in terms of present and past, modal verbs they only come in two packages, in two shapes and two forms. The structure, only two. Let me show you. We are talking, let me see which one I can, okay, it worked. Okay, so they're thinking about these four main modal verbs: should, must, may, and might. Modal plus the do, the unmarked infinitive or the base form, it has different names. It's the verb without to: do, go, buy, see. And in the past, the modal is followed by have. Renata, is it has sometimes? Is it had sometimes? No. Beautiful rule. It's always have. Should have, could have, must have, may have, might have. Followed by the past participle, done. Do, did, done. Must have done. Should have come. May have begun. Could have run. Spoiler alert number 2. If you don't have this little list of verbs, the done, already in your memory, automatized, you won't go anywhere with your English. Anywhere. For real. I know it's boring to memorize verbs like we memorized, additions and subtractions. 1 + 1 = 2. 1 + 2 = 3. We had to memorize that. But I'm sorry, there's no other way. You have to memorize it. There are fun ways to do that. There are apps nowadays, games, but you have to. All right, so modal plus do, modal plus have plus done. Only 2 forms. Great. Guys, there is no odd 2. Odd 2 is an exception, but there is no like should, does, should, doing, could, has, do, could, has, did. No, there are only 2 forms. So this can, I think, calm your little hearts just a little bit, because in terms of structure, that's all you get, okay? So basically, that's the universal structure. Modal plus base form, modal have, past participle. Okay, now what are we going to do? I am going to practice this transition between present and past, because I can bet money on it that most of you guys will have a hard time or will hesitate when you talk about the past. When you need to express a suggestion in the past, a probability in the past, you probably will hurt, you will suffer a little bit. So what are we going to do? We're going to work with, for example, should go in the present. In the past, what happens? Should have gone. And to make it a little more fun, we're going to put some music on, and we're going to do it in the rhythm of the song. Okay? So let's go. Can you hear it? I hope you can. Can you hear it? Okay, let's go. She may go, and in the past. They may close. Now in the past. They may have closed. In the present. It should be here. In the past. It should have been here. In the present. Should I stay? And in the past. Should I have stayed? In the present. Could they miss it? And in the past. Could they have missed it? In the present. Should they come? And in the past. Hard one, right? Should they have come? In the present, actually in the future. What may happen? And in the past. What may have happened? Awesome. Okay, one more. They could not go. In the past, they could not have gone. Or contraction. They couldn't have gone. Repeat with me at home, you guys. In the present, they should persist. In the past, they should have persisted. In the present, things might go wrong. In the past, things might have gone wrong. One more time, this one's tough. Things might have gone wrong. All right, everyone alive? Okay. All right. So this was a simple transformation between present and past to work on the harder one, which is the past. The present is a little more, a little simpler for most of you guys. I'm assuming. If it's not, just leave it in the comments, all right? Okay, so basically we did that. Now, what are we going to do? We're going to get the easy and we're going to put the hard one. We've already worked with the structure a little bit. Now, we're going to go with idea. Get out of the structure, work with idea, with meaning. What do I hear? What is common for us to say? Well, it's common for us to say easy, comfortable, simple. And we want to get that away, get that out of the scene and start working with elevated, more idiomatic, more complex, elevated English. So it's necessary to incorporate new habits. It's necessary. A lot of people say it's necessary, when in fact, it's necessary to do. Can be impersonal, can be something that you use just because you learned it at the very beginning of your course. What can we do to substitute that? Which one, guys, do you think? Well, what we can do to substitute it's necessary to do, thinking about necessity is should or must, depending on how serious it is. So let's do that substitution together. It's necessary to incorporate new habits becomes we should incorporate new habits. Repeat. One more time. We should incorporate new habits. Or must. Like I said at the beginning of the class, must is more severe, more emphatic, okay? We must incorporate new habits. Repeat. So, it's necessary goes away. We use we should, we must. They, I, he. Number 2, we have to. We have to retain more attention. Once again, is it wrong? It's not wrong, but we need more options. We want to elevate our English. Necessity or obligation too. Remember not to be too strong, okay? So we should retain more attention. Repeat with me. We should retain more attention. Or what else can we use? Stronger, more emphatic. Pull it from memory. Okay, we must retain more attention. Good? Too fast? Let me know in the comments. Number 3, you need to. Guys, you need to can sound so desperate and so direct when you say like you need to do this, like you have to. Be careful, especially when you're talking directly to the person. So you need to contact us before coming. Imagine talking to a client like that. You know what? You need to email the company before you do this. Like, wait, let's be a little, more careful with the words. So we're going to do what? You need to contact us before coming. You should contact us before coming. Or, what's the other one? A little stronger, depending on the situation you can use. you must contact us before coming. Repeat with me. What about the past? Let's spice things up a little bit. Let's talk about the past. You needed to do that sooner. You needed to do that sooner. You should have done that sooner. You should have done that sooner. All right, or you can use the contraction too. You should have done that sooner. Should have. Should have. Remove the okay? Should have. You should have done that sooner. Number 4. Maybe we will. Oh God, you guys. All right, so far with the need to and the have to, I would say like options is expand your English, but with maybe, guys, this one to me is like alarm, yellow, orange, red. Stop only saying that. If you don't, great for you. But if you do, think about it, okay? Close your eyes. Do I say maybe we will all the time? Do I ever say we may do this? We might do that. Or only maybe we will. Maybe I will. Maybe, probably also is number 5. So maybe and probably, I want you to turn on an alarm right now, like boop, boop. Next time I want to say maybe I will, I'm just not going to. I'm going to use a modal verb to elevate my English. Probably they will, elevate your English. Probably they did, maybe they did, use the past of the modal. Let's go. Maybe we will launch a new product. We may launch a new product. Repeat. Red flag, MC. Maybe they didn't receive the email. Red flag. What are we going to say? They may not have received the email. Repeat. One more time. They may not have received the email. Maybe it was too risky. Red flag. It may have been too risky. It may have been too risky. Same thing with probably. Red flag, red flag. Probably they will go. They may go. Probably they didn't attend. They may not have attended. And I'm just talking about may here. We could do the same thing with might, okay? And some people have the very incorrect notion that might is the past of may. It is not. May has a past. What's the past of may? May have done. So just if you still think that, all right, let's separate what is right from what is wrong. P.S. Okay, I gave you guys 5. It's necessary, need to, have to, maybe, and probably. But there is one more that I would like to add, which is can and may as different ideas. We many times use can as a probability, like, what do you think can happen? When in fact, we want to say, what do you think maybe will happen? May happen. When we want to say like probability, not possibility. What's the difference? Can I, let's say, can I go to the supermarket tomorrow? I can. I have a car to go. I am free because it's Christmas Eve. I can go. Will you go? Probably not. So having the resources to do something is not the same as actually having a probability of doing that. It doesn't mean I'm going to, or it doesn't mean that there is a chance I will go. Can you do it? Yes, I can. Will you? No. Can you do it? Yes, I can. Will you? Maybe. I may do it. So let's separate the two notions, all right? Probability from possibility. They are different. Let's practice again now with music. We're going to go short to substitute I need to for should or must. I have to for should or must. It's necessary to for should or must. Maybe I will for may. Maybe I did, may have in the past. And probably I will, may. Probably I did, may have. Okay? So let's follow my lead. It's going to be a little challenging, but I'm going to do it more than once. Okay? If you don't catch it right at the beginning, don't worry. I will go back and I will do it one more time until you understand the game. There's a guy speaking here in the YouTube mixtape 012 instrumental hip hop mix. Okay. Wow, honey, you're suffering. Okay. Okay, so let's go. This one is too slow. It's got to be a little more like. Okay. Okay, so let's go. Okay, just an ad. So what do we have here? Short sentences. Okay. Probably I will. Repeat. I may. Probably I did. Repeat. I may have. Maybe I did. I may have. Maybe I will. I may. It's necessary to. Someone should. Someone must. I need to. I should. I must. It's bad to. I shouldn't. It was necessary to, but I didn't. I should have. What can happen? What may happen? One more time then. Probably I will. I may. Probably I did. I may have. Maybe I did. Red flag. I may have. Maybe I will. I may. It's necessary to. Someone should. I should, you should, they should. Someone must. I must, you must, they must. I need to. I should. I must. It's bad to do it. You shouldn't. Someone shouldn't. It was necessary to, but I didn't. I should have. What can happen? What may happen? Little longer now, let's go. Probably they will come by. Substitute. They may come by. Now the past. Probably they came by. They may have come by. You have to recruit someone new. One more time. You have to recruit someone new. You must recruit someone new. Or, you should recruit someone new. It was necessary to proofread, but she didn't. One more time. It was necessary to proofread it, but she didn't. Hard one, go. She should have proofread it. Woo, tough. She should have proofread it. Now contractions. She should have proofread it. One more. Maybe they will start next month. They may start next month. What do you think will happen? Maybe. Red flag. What do you think may happen? Next one. He has to change if he wants a better job. He must change if he wants a better job. Or, what is it? He should change if he wants a better job. I didn't deliver in, sorry, blah, blah, blah. I didn't deliver in time, I'm sorry. I should have delivered in time. One more, contraction. I should have delivered in time. It's not good to overlap appointments. It's not good. You shouldn't, I shouldn't, we shouldn't overlap appointments. All right, you guys, so one more time now. I'll say it, you guys give me at home, you give me the answer, okay? Probably they will come by. They may come by. Probably they came by. Construct using the modals and the structures here. They may have come by. You have to recruit someone new. You must recruit someone new. Or, that is right, you should recruit someone new. It was necessary to proofread, but she didn't. It was necessary to proofread, but she didn't. She should have proofread it. Maybe they will start next month. What happens with that? No maybe. Remember, red flag for maybe. Maybe they will start next month. Substitute. They may start next month. What do you think will happen? Maybe. Substitute. What do you think may happen? He has to change if he wants a better job. Two possibilities, right? The first one, okay, he must change if he wants a better job. Second option, he should change if he wants a better job. All right, I didn't deliver in time, I'm sorry. I should have delivered in time. I should have delivered in time. It's not good to overlap appointments. Substitute? Yeah, that's right. We shouldn't, you shouldn't overlap appointments. Now for the third part of our class, the third part of the practice, I'm going to ask some questions and I want to see it in the comments. I want to see your answers, all right? I've already opened here so I can see all the comments being written. But don't stop there. As you write, say the sentence. The power of speaking is priceless. Don't stop only in the typing. So, tell me everything. Do you think that you will be traveling in 2021? Do you think you will be traveling in 2021? And pay attention because I'm asking in a non-elevated way to trick you into doing the same. What do you have to do? Remove the simple structures that I am using and insert the structures that we are working on tonight. So give me elevated answers. What is necessary? Oh, sorry. Do you think you will be traveling in 2021? Probability. Do you think you will be traveling? Don't give me maybe, don't give me probably. What are you going to give me? Come on, waiting for the comments. Are you typing? I think it's a little slow today, you know, to receive the comments. There's a big delay. But anyway, I'm going to ask the next one then. I think there will be time for the answers to arrive here. Okay, we have one here. Just invert there, Renata. I may. I may. Remove will. We don't use will and may together. So you just say, I may travel. I may be traveling. I may be traveling, or I may travel. All right? Remember this. Maybe I will. I may. 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 Next question. What is a bad idea to do in the middle of a meeting? Can you see how basic my question is, how simple? What is a bad idea to do in the middle of a meeting? Substitute that simplicity, enter with your elevated English, and respond. What is a bad idea to do in the middle of a meeting? Great kick at the can indeed, MC. What is a bad idea? I can think of 1,000 things that are bad ideas to do in the middle of a meeting. And I want to see what you guys think. Bad ideas to do in the middle of a meeting. What is a bad idea? And which verb would you use instead of it's a bad idea? Okay, I'm giving some time for you to type, to think, to speak. Say it out loud. Practice your pronunciation. Listen to yourself and work on your self-awareness. It works wonders. You have no idea. Okay, moving on then to the next one. If you don't have any answers, or if I think it's taking a little long to get to me. Where, this one is good. Tomorrow is Christmas Eve. Everyone is, still very afraid of COVID and what's going on. Where will you be spending your next Christmas? Probably. Oh, just one thing. Okay, instead of correcting your real answers, I'm just going to give the answer about the verb to use in the previous question. So, going back, bloop, 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 bloop. What's a bad idea to do in the middle of a meeting? You're going to use shouldn't, like Eliana said right here. Thank you, Eliana. You shouldn't use your cell. You shouldn't do, maybe chew gum, gossip, talk to people, that are not actually presenting or talking. So you should not or you shouldn't would be the correct modal verb to use there. And the next question, where will you be spending your next Christmas? Probably. That is a very typical, comfort zone, easy English question. So where will you be spending your next Christmas? Probably. No. We're going to answer and actually ask the question with the modal verb, right? But anyway, how would you respond that? Where will you be spending your next Christmas? Probably. Verb for probability. Probably I will. I may. Or I might. I didn't include might in this lesson because I wanted to go straight to the point, give you guys one option to start using already, but might is also an option, okay? Where will you be spending? Where do you think you will be spending your next Christmas? Most likely, probably. Where are you likely to be spending your next Christmas? So we will be using, okay, so Elena said I may stay home, right? So usually Christmas is either home or at your mom's or dad's home, isn't it? It's usually around family. Okay, good, Eliana. So I probably will. No, red flag. Let's start using the modal verb. I may stay. I may spend. Remove will, remove maybe. Just use subject I, you, they, he, etc. May and the infinitive. How old? Okay, I may be. All right, Renata, separated. I may be, not together maybe. I may be at my brother's house. Okay, or I may spend Christmas at my brother's house. Just put the action verb after may there. How old, guys, does someone need to be to get a job like yours? Usually, what you do what you work with, where you are professionally today. Usually, how old does someone need to be where you are? You know, can someone who is 18 years old be where you are? How old does someone need to be to get a job like yours? And now, thinking about necessity, should or must, you're gonna give me one of the two. The one that makes sense, the one that defines the line, that says, no, this is it. It's not just a recommendation. It's like, it needs to be, it really is this age, or at least this age. So which one would you use? All right, so someone must be a certain age, maybe 23, because they must have graduated from college, right? So they must be 23, at least 23, to get a job like mine. Or they must be at least 30 to get a job like mine, because of experience, because of, you know, degrees, things that they have to study. But the best one would be must, you know, because of that, you know, it has to be. There is no other option. If you think about should, if you decide to use should, it's more like, I think I would recommend that because of the workload, because of the responsibility. I would recommend that. I think they should be at least 25, 26, or whatever. All right, so Eliana, they must be 35. Okay, cool. They must be 35 to work with what you work, get a job like yours. Be 25 up. Okay, 25 up, that's a good way to express the minimum, right? 25 up, at least 25. And last question, guys, before we finish. What does someone in your area need to do to have a better salary? Respond, removing the need to do to have a better salary, right? Need to do. What does someone in your area need to do to have a better salary? Now you can pick using should or must, right? Whatever you feel is more adequate to express your opinion. What is it? What does someone in your area need to do to have a better salary? Tough question, right? Study English? Maybe. Speak English, right? Speak English really well. What else? Because, you know, speaking English is, of course it is. So what does someone in the area need to do? Well, I would also recommend should or must in this case. Okay, 9:48. Thanks, MC. I just realized that. So you guys are gonna use should or must also in the present. So guys, go from here. Okay, there is plenty more about modal verbs that you guys can dive into. Like in our course, I was counting, there are almost 4 hours of modal verbs only. So this was a taste of it, practical one, focused on the usage, how you guys can get these basic forms of expressing yourselves. Probably, maybe, need to, it's necessary. Stop using them. When you think about them, when you try to use them, remember the class. No, what can I use instead of probably? I will, I may. Probably I did, I may have, maybe. So connect those meanings, connect those in your head, and then put them aside. Use the new, all right? Work also on questions, the past a lot, okay? But anyway, chances are if you put into practice these 5 possibilities of substitution, you are going to start using the modals way, way, way more often. You're gonna get, and then it's it snowballs, you know, you get more comfortable with them, you start using more modals, other modals in more situations, and then it's, you know, pure happiness, okay? So guys, let's take your English then where your success is. That's why I'm here, that's why MC is here. We want your English to be as amazing as your other professional skills are, okay? We don't want you to be suffering with an English that is not compatible with your work, with all your other abilities. Okie dokie. Thank you guys so much for joining us. Merry Christmas once again. Thank you guys so much for being with us. Next week, we are here again. All right, we have a live lesson next week too. Thank you guys for joining us. And partner, I know you're there in the comments. Thank you so much for joining us, for giving me the red flags, the comments, and for keeping an eye on everyone here in the comments because I know that you always do that. Thank you, Eliana, for joining us, and everyone else too, Renata who participated, and everyone who was with us today, okay? Bye-bye, you guys, and have a great Merry Christmas. Amazing. Be safe. Stay healthy, all right? Thank you so much. Bye-bye, Razinha. Bye-bye, Valentin. Thank you. I don't even know where to finish this anymore. Instagram has changed everything. Okay, bye-bye.